Guys, Jurassic here. Today we are doing a Feathered Fortunes puzzle riddle number 2 for the Hoarders hunt on Sea of Thieves. So let's go ahead and raid on into it. After you put in the code on the website, it'll take you directly to the end game, and the arena is going to have this voyage that is now able to be gathered. It is going to be free, so all you have to do is walk over to here and collect it, and you're good to go to start the riddle. So once again, it starts us off with a random island to go to. Paradise Springs. Alright. So once we make it to Paradise Springs, all we gotta do is dig in between the two sand pit areas, and we should get our first chest. Be kind of close to this side, so something right around here. Alright, so we got our mysterious journal is now discovered. You know the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. It's a hunt for the Argent silver key. If found, please return. If you can work out who I am. I sought a new horizon for a Hoarder's secret lode. I sailed south, not quite as far as the edge of the map showed. The isle lies are in between two forts of age past. This pear-shaped place would certainly not be considered vast. From the north I arrived with a tasty pear to eat. I boiled in a pot, or fried in a pan, but no place to cook the meat. I then saw two paths that led away from this lack of fire. Take that one that leads you up, and up again head higher. But the bird, well, I sought a spot where the shovel and sand met, by a traveler who was a four-legged beast where I could rest my feet. As I got out the bird to eat again, I tripped and fell. He flew away, and so I dug a hole, and then moved on as well. Alright, so at the very beginning of the riddle, it's going to say that we need to go all the way south, but not quite all the way down, and then we should see a pear-shaped island next to two forts of ages past. Alright, so from the map, if you scroll down south, we got Lookout Point here. It's kind of pear-shaped. It's between the Old Brine Fortress and also the Ancient Gold Fortress. Alright, so onto the island we go. Now we're looking for a whole bunch of pots and pans somewhere on the island to signify the start. Alright, so right in front of where we parked at, there's going to be some pots. Take the one that leads up, and again, head higher. So go to the right, keep on going up. Brought the bird, and I sought a spot where the shovel and sand met. As I got out the bird again, I tripped and fell. He flew away, so I dug a hole, then moved on as well. Must be like right here. Nice. Then I wanted to find a way to leave this isle behind. So on the beach I sought a compass bearing there to find. I like my vessel, and this green-trimmed boat pointed the way. I sailed at the much larger place, do not waste time with your stay. A southwest on the beach, a rock hole seek, with one torch beside. At the other end there's a torch opposite and sand by side. Now I spy across the isle 2 torches in the tree so tall. Rush there and locate more lights that are not torches, 3 in all. In the glow at 11 o'clock, walk down the pathway, see 2 more torches, stop and spy between the route to leave this bay. Sail to this large torch, seek 3 boats, then point the way to the scout. Now raise your glass, what's the point? Well, stare there and ye find out. Walking around this broken place, I thought I was all alone. But as I walked, I was being watched by eyes of stone. Seek the focus of their gaze, and dig the spot will be known. Alright, so down here next to the barrels, we got the green trim boat. And it points the way. So we got it sort of crossing over. So we should see something directly across from us. So to this much larger place, do not waste your time. So from the tip of the rowboat, if you come back up to the top of the island and look across, we do have a very elongated island to the west, which is exactly where the tip
the rowboat was pointing. Alright, so that took us all the way over to Sharkbait Cove. We end up at Sharkbait Cove. If you go to the southwest side, you'll notice a cave entrance with one torch on it, and that is where we begin. Okay, so there's two torches opposite of each other, side by side. Now spy across the aisle, two torches in the trees so tall. Alright, so if you stand on the rocks over here and look kind of towards where the ghosts are, you can spy all the way up at the top. There's going to be a torch all the way on the top of the hill there, and that's where we're supposed to be rushing to. Alright, so a little bit down the hill, looks like there's going to be a vases with 3 different flames on it. Alright, so at the 3 different flames, you pull out your clock. 11 o'clock is going to be down that hill, or you could assume it's that way, but this way doesn't have any torches. Based on the book's description, it does say you're going to see 2 different torches. Stop and spy between the route to leave the space. That'd be down here. We got 2 different torches that way. And sail to this large torch and seek 3 boats that point the way to the scout. It looks like it would be that island right in front of us. Alright, so if you head over to the sea post and look on the mission board, you got 3 different knives in for 3 separate quests. Now let's see here. Now raise your glass. What's the point? We'll sail there and find out. Okay, so we go to the island directly across from the sea post. Alright, so far we start at Lookout Point. We went over to Sharkbait Cove, the finest trading post, and heading to Old Salts Atoll. Walking around this broken place, I thought I was all alone. But as I walked, I was being watched by eyes of stone. Seek the focus of their gaze and dig the spot will be known. Alright, so on the northwest side, we got a stone tiki man, I guess? Looks like he's looking at the south side, so we're going to head directly across. And just a little bit behind us is the note. So basically it's going to be directly through the gigantic hole in the hull of the ship.
Now I climbed up high and took 1 step inside and looked ahead. Between the ropes that follow a hole in the wall under a hanging star it led. I spy a large isle that has, to me, an untouched shore. I sailed that way once more, but did not stop to check the shore. I landed on the southwest beach and set off, northwestward spurred, past a boat and up some rocks to a torch that stands below a bird. Did not want to see that thing so fast. I passed inside. Became the lost wandering till the first way I tried. But that one bore another bird, and this bird I cannot abide by. Back I went, and forth a star to act as my exit guide. Back under the sky, west I went and saw another fallen star among the rocks, and those nearby rungs that led thrice upwards to a cliff of tops. Leaving skulls behind, go down to the waterfall, I cannot get inside. Then I saw a torch ahead, and there I went up the hillside. Climbing under the leafy trees, unwavering I found a cage for wood, an odd idea that lay on the rocky ground. Taking the view, but do not sit, instead once more raise your glass. Stand on the edge, look down to spy on the sand and stone and grass. One drum lies below the vantage point, too few to be a prize. A pile stands high to the left, and that's way too many supplies. 2 stand higher and land on green laid bare to prying eyes. Then I glimpse my goal, 1 up, 1 down, far beneath the canopy. Yes, they're well hidden, but take care to find my hoard happily.
Alright, so we climb up high. Take 1 step inside and looked ahead. Between the ropes that follow a hole in the wall under the hanging star it led. Alright, so we got 2 different ropes and we have a fallen down lantern right there. Looks like there's going to be only 1 island directly in front. Alright, so based on the riddle, it looks like it's telling us to head towards Plunder Valley, but it also said he landed on the southwest beach and set off again, northwestward spurred. Alright, so landing at Plunder Valley, land on the southwest side and go northwards. Northwestward. Past the boat. Alright, so it looks like we just stay on the beach. Okay, so here's a boat that he talks about. And up some rocks, a torch stands below a bird. Okay, so here's a torch. Did not want to see that thing, so fast I passed inside. I became lost, wandering till the first way I tried. Alright, so he basically ran inside the cave. As soon as he found a path, he took it. I don't know which way he looked, left or right. But that one bore another bird, and birds I cannot abide. Back I went and found a star to act as my exit guide. Skeletons. And... Alright, so the stone bird was over that way. We go through the exit, so just follow this way to the left. Keep on running and he'll eventually find a big, nice cutout, and you'll be able to see the sky again. Back under the sky, west I went and saw another fallen star among the rocks. So all we have to do is go west on the outside. The fallen star is going to be right next to the ladder, so all we have to do is climb up the ladders. 3 ladders upwards from the rungs. And we have a skull painted. Leave the skull behind. Go down to the waterfall. I cannot get inside. Then I saw a torch ahead, so there went up the hillside. Alright, so down the hill a little bit, there's the waterfall. We can't go there at all. So a little bit further past, he saw a torch up the hillside. Climbing under the leafy trees underway, I found a cage for wood, an odd idea that lay on the rocky ground. Alright, so following the path all the way up, you do end up going over to the main island's light beacon. You can light it while you're here. Now stand at the edge, look down to spy on the sand and stone. Okay, so that'd be directly towards that way. Look down and spy. 1 drum lies below the vantage point, too few to be a prize. Alright, so if we look directly down, there's going to be 1 drum by itself. There's going to be a couple rocks right next to it. Right up this little sand path. So instead of being all the way down, if you look on the second level, there's going to be a whole bunch of barrels all collected together. Once again, the single barrel is going to be found down here, and a little bit up to be found the rest of the supplies. You stand higher inland, bare to prying eyes. Which would be a little bit on the left side here. Then I glimpsed my goal, 1 up, 1 down, far beneath the canopy. Yes, and well hidden, but dig here to find my hoard happily. Alright, so if we're looking all the way across, there was the cluster that we found on the top, and a little bit higher up, you'll notice right in between the tree line, you'll see 1 barrel that's standing up and 1 barrel that got knocked down. So we found the single one right there, the cluster, we got a dual one, and a little bit off to the right side, through the hole in the tree line, we will find the next 2 barrels. Nice! And right from the barrels, we got the voyage complete. Alright, so once you make it back to your ship, from Plunder Valley, it looks like the next closest outpost is going to be Plunder Outpost. Alright, with the key in hand, all we have to do is finish off and hand it to the gold hoarders. You'll get a little bit of gold out of it, and you only need to find 1 more key to open up the last portion of the chest inside the game. That's going to be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and be sure to follow here for the next puzzle answer whenever we figure it out.